Hey guys, day 26. We're headed from Little Laurel Mountain Shelter up to Flint Mountain Shelter, which is a total of 14 miles. I believe it's right around 2,000 foot elevation gain overall, and then right about 2,000 or 3,000 feet elevation descent, which is going to be nice because we're getting the uphill out of the way first thing in the morning. So in about 20 minutes, it'll all be downhill, and we can just kind of cruise, pick up our pace, and get there before it's too late. Lisa is here with me, right up in front of me.
Hey.
She's been experiencing a little bit of leg pain, as well as her ankle is still kind of swollen from a previous injury. So we're trying to push through that pain with some stretches, and I'm trying to motivate her as much as I can. All right, guys, I think I might start doing a daily hiking tip, or my best attempt to do that. Today's tip is going to be focused on stretching. Now, when you're hiking, you're using your legs mostly, obviously. So depending on where you get your pain or your tight muscles, your stretch is going to be different. She's been experiencing pain in the sides of her upper thighs. So what you can do is you can take your trekking poles right here where it's the same size, and you can actually just roll that up and down on your thigh to work out those knots, or you can roll it on your calf muscle across the shin bone, and always try to have enough time set aside where you can stretch before your hike as well as after your hike to get out that lactic acid buildup, because once you get that lactic acid that's built up in your muscles and your joints, it's going to be a lot harder to get moving and want to get moving. All right, guys, if you don't have trekking poles to do your stretches, something else you can do is a modified version of a yoga pose. I'm not sure what it's called, but we're going to show that to you right now. She has been experiencing some pain in her left thigh. So something we can do stretch-wise is you put your foot across your knee, and then you pull that knee as close to your chest as you can, and it's going to stretch all the muscles right through your leg, down into your butt. And it's going to pull them tight so that you can stretch those muscles out and get that lactic acid buildup out of those muscles. So we just made it to the top of this mountain. We're headed down. We've got to navigate through this Boulder Field. Doesn't look like it's very strenuous on the video, but all these rocks are very, very slick, and some of them are pretty wobbly, so you can never know for sure if your footing is good until you try a rock out. And thankfully neither of us have slipped yet. This is bringing back memories of the last Boulder Field that I went through, where I did slip and I fell about 15 feet down the side of the mountain, and it was not too enjoyable. So thumbs up for us getting through this thing without any injuries yet. So as we're coming through the Appalachian Trail, we just came upon a literal pond in the middle of the trail.
Wanna go swimming?
Yeah. Morning, everybody. We are day 27 on the Appalachian Trail, and last night we had a pretty good amount of snow and freezing rain. So you can see everything is white, like a winter wonderland, but not very wonderful when you have to walk in it. Woke up, and you can actually see our breath inside the tent because it was so cold. I think it got down to somewhere in the teens overnight, and then probably mid-30s when I woke up. It's about 40 degrees now, warming up a little bit. The sun came out, so that's nice. Lisa has been pretty chilly at night. I don't think her sleeping bag is actually rated for the degrees that it says. So we're gonna look into getting that thing switched out for her. Also, her sleeping pad is leaking air, so we need to get a new one of those as well. We are 2 days away from town, including today, so we're gonna be there Monday afternoon, right after lunch, and we're gonna get a couple rooms at a hostel, do our laundry, and sleep inside a nice, cozy, warm bed.
For now.
Okay. Hey guys, so out here on the Appalachian Trail, we don't always have the luxury of storing our food in a container like a refrigerator, obviously. Some areas they give you a bear box, which is just a giant toolbox you can put all your food into that the bears can't open. Most of the time we end up having to hang our food on a lineup over a tree branch. Some campsites are nice enough to give you bear cables, which I'm going to show you right now. They allow you to hoist your food up off the ground, and then on the opposite end, they also allow you to attach your food to the tree. That way, your food's hooked in here, suspended so that the bears can't get to it. And then these two, you have one little ring here and one right up there. That keeps mice from, because a mouse can crawl up this tree and up this line, it can't get past that that disc, and then the mouse just falls off and can't get your food. Hey guys, it is day 30 out here on the Appalachian Trail. We are headed from Flint Mountain Shelter up to Sam's Gap today. That's right about 12 miles. I think exactly it's 11.9. We have arranged to have a cabin for tonight to take a day in town to be able to resupply in the morning. So we have a shuttle coming to get us in just a few hours. We're about 5 miles away now. We stayed in the Flint Mountain Shelter last night, and that was the first time Lisa has stayed in a shelter because it was going to rain. As you can see, it's very, very foggy out here. And it's just no fun to be able to have to pack up the wet tent in the morning. So we stayed in the shelter last night, and she said that she slept a lot better than she did when we were in the tent. So when we get to town, we're going to be able to resupply and get some hot food and some showers. She sent some mail ahead for herself, a food resupply, so that she won't have to buy as much when we get there. She also ordered a new sleeping pad since hers has a leak somewhere. Every night she's been waking up 3 or 4 times, laying on the ground because it's losing air. So we're gonna get a new one for her. And my gear's holding up pretty well. I've got the rain fly on my backpack today, keeping all this mist off of it. No complaints with any of my gear yet, except for the backpack that I've already switched out. This one is much more comfortable for me. The other one just wasn't the right size. We are about 2 3/4 miles away from Sam's Gap, where we're getting a shuttle to get us to our cabin for the night, and we are both feeling it. I'm getting pretty tired. I know Lisa right back there, she's getting pretty tired as well. She's been experiencing some discomfort in both of her legs, both ankles, one of her knees, and one of her hips. So we're just taking our time, getting there nice and easy. And it doesn't matter if we get there at 2 p.m. or 10 p.m. as long as we get there with no injuries. And we're all both in one piece. Morning, everybody. It's day 31 out here on the Appalachian Trail, and we got to our cabin last night around 6 or 7 o'clock. The front of our cabin is a screened-in porch, and we have just this stream running right in front of the cabins. all the way down. It's really cool. It's very, very cool. And it also has a hammock here. Hey guys, so right now we're going to show you how to check for a leak in your air pad, your sleeping pad. Last night I woke up several times laying on the ground because my pad was losing air. So we're going to show you a quick way where you can check how to find the hole so you can patch it. So you get a little spray bottle with soapy water in it is what we're going to use. So you just spray down the whole area once it's full of air, and then you're going to be looking for bubbles. So you spray down the area, you apply some pressure. You see these bubbles forming right here? That shows us that this is where the hole is, so we know where to patch it. All right. So I've got here a small bit of tenacious tape that I'm going to use to patch the hole. So you just cut off your section. This one here. Mark it so I don't lose it. So once you found your leak, you take a piece of patch tape. In this case, we're using tenacious tape. I'm going to push out all the air from underneath your tape there. Make sure it's a clean, dry surface. It was a little bit wet earlier, so I had to wait for it to dry out here in the sun. It'll also help if you do it when the pad is deflated. So let's fill it back up and see how it does.